animals, furry friends, or good for defeating the enemy? Good news, it's both. 1500 years ago, Hannibal thought elephants were well good, so why not try his tactics? Get your battle elephant or bellyphant and use it to surprise your opponents who may not have seen a big jumbo before and could be confused by the sight of its big trumpet. Alternatively, try treading on them. Be careful, however, as the war elephant can easily be bribed by enemy currant buns and may turn on you. In the Second World War, the Russian army strapped packages of high explosives to dogs' backs and encouraged them to run under enemy tanks, then detonated them by remote control. Throughout history, the pigeon has been very useful to carry important messages on the battlefield. However, please make sure that your pigeon is fully winged before it takes to the air, or your message may be delayed for good. Animals, they're for war, remember, not just for Christmas. A man tracker. They say that behind every great man tracker is an even greater lady tracker. And here she is. I'm on a camel spotting holiday, all right? I've accidentally killed the sheik's favourite camel. I've run, he's sent someone after me.
Okay.
I need to evade the tracker.
Okay.
Teach me.
Say if I was going to be the one that he sent to track you, one of the first things I would do would be to look to see where you've laid track.
Right. So does everyone lay track as they're walking?
Yes, always.
That's easy to see, isn't it?
That's really easy to see.
All right, could I disguise the shape of my boots and, you know, could I like cram my feet into a child's foot?
You could try.
Yeah, and that would, so I go big feet and then tiny baby's feet.
But what would be odd, what I would maybe pick up on is that for a little child that's awful deep because your weight's still going to put pressure on
But you do
them.
get fat kids.
That's true.
I've seen them.
And if you're aware of if all of his bodyguards and his troops have the same type of boot wear, if you can steal a pair of those boots and wear those, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, wear a pair of the boots that are similar.
Disguise your tracks by wearing other people's footwear. All right, and what techniques can I use to throw you off the scent? What can I do?
So he's got a field full of camels, right? You want to walk through that field full of camels because why? There's all these camel tracks and it's going to hopefully throw me off and slow me down in picking up your tracks. And if there's camels there, and if you get them to follow you, they're going to walk all over your tracks and that's going to save you more time.
Persuade a herd of beasts to help cover your tracks. All right, Nancy, so what else could I do to evade your prying gaze?
Brushing out your tracks.
Right, what is that?
You need to be careful on how you do that though, because a good tracker is going to pick up the brush marks.
Right.
So, but you're going to use some type of vegetation, and wherever you're going to walk across, what you want to do is to be able to brush it out with the leaves. Brush your tracks away as you go.
Now, have you seen the film The Shining? At
Yes.
the end, when little Danny's running through the maze and he stops and he works his way back and covers up his prints. What was that like as a technique? Because Jack was dead in the end. It was like that. And no, he was sitting like that, Tuesday.
You could do that, but you're going to have to be so precise, and also walking backwards is really tough.
All right, well, Nancy, thank you very much. It was nice to meet you.
How about a challenge? I'll see if I can track you.
All right. You join me here, deep within the hoop of fear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get out of the hoop without Nancy seeing where I've got out of the hoop. Let's play. All right, so I'm going to go this way. And so I set out to beat Nancy at her own game. I tried to use all the skills she had taught me. I went backwards. I trod lightly. I covered my tracks. And I even added a few cunning tricks of my own. As you can see, make a note, I've exited at the 9 o'clock position. We're going to get Nancy in now to have a sniff about, and we're going to see what she can see. Nancy, what is Sweet Lady Gaia's dirty hoop telling you?
I see your track marks leading out that way, but knowing that as sneaky as you are, I don't think it's that easy. And your steps are pretty solid, so I don't know if you came down just with one big impact.
She's right, I did make a big impact there.
You could have possibly either been walking backwards or tiptoeing here or up on just part of the shoe, not the whole shoe.
Ah, she's right again.
It's often my want to confuse and confound.
Well, there's definitely a track that's worked up, it's up to here now. And so my best guess would be that you've come out somewhere in here.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Nancy, I'd like to tell you, you have successfully tracked me out of the circle. And the sheikh has now hunted me down and he's cut my hands off. Thank you for that. Let's recap. Blend in with local tracks. This one is a hoofed turkey.
Try not to leave any tracks, but if you do, cover them up. If in doubt, forget the tricks, get out of there.
And that's how to evade a man tracker. Now it's time for me to make tracks to the pub. Come on, you.
Next time on Danger Incoming Attack, I shoot a giant catapult, a bearded man detects my lies, and I chase a boat in another boat.
That's all for this week. And remember, a finely honed blade cuts quicklier, sharplier, and more deeplier. Goodbye. Woo! Such